The story of Pastor Mboro is a very traumatic one. This guy went from being a public figure, got downgraded to a community figure, but now he sees himself as a jail figure. On Monday, we saw traumatic scenes of Mboro holding a panga in a school, and by his side was a bodyguard with an AK-47. The story behind this is that it is a dispute between the paternal and the maternal sides of the kids who lost their mother in April. Now Mboro is the paternal side. He's fighting for his son over the custodianship of the kids, and the grandmother of those kids on the maternal side is also fighting for the custody of these kids. Now Mboro decided to take his son to go and fetch those kids forcefully, going there and forcing himself in the school to take those kids and go with them.
I prayed for you. Only this woman.
In legal terms, they could probably say he was kidnapping them because it seemed like they were forcefully taking those kids, but we leave that to the lawyers. What was more shocking is that once they went outside the school, Mboro was still threatening those people. He was still holding the panga, threatening them by his side with the bodyguard holding an AK-47. A lot of people were waiting for the answers, and Mboro finally, going to a police station, he decided to speak out on the incident. Please listen.
Ngaba slice uNehemiah mebakha ngapha baphatha inkeni abafundi baka Jesu, they were having swords. It's not wrong for pastors to have bodyguards that carry guns, and right now bengakafuni ukuthi silwe ngezandla nabo. We use the law. See, kuziwe la police station report icase ivule Friday, baqale from Friday azange baboshwe. So sina ke khona nomunye la biza uthreatenana nami, uphethe izinto zami, uthi uzangi expose, uthi uzangithi, you know, mawune scandal na expose, no one will break me. Mawunempi ilethe, but they are fighting ball. Mboro kayi-1 bazophela ngoNkulunkulu nangomthetho. I follow the law. You don't touch children. You don't want to make money ngabantwana. It's a shame ma-teacher scholars, they can go can't avoid a police station backgrounds. Department of Education, but what. I had to go valid when they were assaulting, taking stones, throwing them. I had to stand in defense. I didn't harm them, but I was showing them should they touch me, I will not fold my hands. Share this, give me your comment, and wonke amadoda anenkinga ababathathela abantwana nabomama kushona indoda abasebukhweni bafuna ukuthatha indlu, bathatha abantwana, bathatha imoto, babashiye banjalo. That's what they do. With the resurrection, I'm rising up and I'm overcome.
After traumatizing the teacher and the learners, Mboro probably thought the worst was over, but he was in for more because the following morning he got arrested, and after getting arrested, the learners of the nearby school in Katlehong decided to group themselves together, take a bus, and go to the church of Mboro. The learners decided to burn down the whole church, making sure that they are sending a message to Pastor Mboro. Please watch. Mboro's church has been reduced to ashes. He remains in jail, and today he'll be making his first appearance in court. One thing Mboro never expected is for the community to come together against him. He probably thought that he's bigger than the community because there's been a lot of incidents involving Mboro. Now you have a community that loved you. In the past, Mboro was the most loved pastor. In Katlehong, in Soweto, in Tembisa, all the townships, they loved Mboro because he was the talk of town. The guy even had a channel on DSTV. That's how much power he had. He thought that he still had that much power, but unfortunately, the end is near. Mboro is about to go for jail for a very long time. You cannot carry a dangerous weapon and go into a school where it's housing learners, young kids. They are being traumatized by Mboro with his bodyguard holding an AK-47. The situation of Pastor Mboro really needs to open a debate and an investigation into these fake pastors. We have one who ran away from the country because he was about to be arrested. He is the major one problem of South Africa because a lot of people liked him and he was allegedly involved in some corruption. We have one who's been arrested there by Eastern Cape. This guy was involved in some dodgy dealings. This guy was allegedly abusing young church members. We have a fake pastor who at one point claimed to have raised the dead. He never got arrested. We have Mboro on the other side with long nails, and Mboro is just becoming a delusional man that really needs to be put behind bars for a very long time so that maybe he can come back as a changed man and not a pastor. We have a lot of problems regarding fake pastors in South Africa. A lot of people come to South Africa with the hope of making money. They are not coming to make business, but are coming to open churches. Churches are the new businesses because they come to gullible people of South Africa who are hoping for miracles. The same person who comes to South Africa was never respected in their country. They were not seen as anything important, but once they come into South Africa, they are very respected. They are given the privileges. They are given the money by South Africans, and the government is keeping quiet on fake pastors. There are a lot of churches that should be protected and celebrated and attended. But the fake pastors, it is about time government puts its foot down on these fake pastors. But they are going to take a lot of time to put their foot down on fake pastors because a lot of them are in the pockets of fake pastors. A lot of politicians, a lot of businessmen, a lot of corrupt individuals are attending those churches that we are complaining about. A lot of politicians were friends with Bushiri. A lot of politicians and businessmen were friends or are friends with Mboro. A lot of them are following these fake pastors. If we really think that only South Africans, only poor South Africans are gullible, one thing you must know that even the famous one, even the big businessmen and politicians are following these pastors until they make mistakes. If you go and search, you are going to find that the reason the government doesn't take charge or doesn't take action against these fake pastors is because they are in the hands, they are in the pockets of the fake pastors. They need to take action so that South Africa can be respected. We cannot have people coming from their countries into South Africa only to fool the South Africans who are believing in magic. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning into the channel, and until next time. Cheers.